I'm just going on record to state Brian Newland does sleep with underage girls.
I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. Baby making Brian, newborn Newland. What are you doing? Who are you screwing? He like to drink lean, codeine. Then he got clean. You know what I mean? He joined the Adams County Sheriff Department. Raid your apartment, stealing star shit. He used to be a stoner with all his friends, but now he pulls them over and he steals their ends. He's a wannabe rapper with no freestyles. Him and his brother William are pedophiles. Before you raid my house and rob me, raid your brother's house. Robbie, arrest your brother. Leave me alone. While you stealing his money, steal me your zone. Your brother Robbie, the real drug dealer. Your uncle, the real kidnapper and killer. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. Detective Newland had sex with a minor, stuck his dick in Stephanie Howard's vagina. She was underage at the time. Brian got away with that crime. I call they family the pedophile pilgrims. Will you stop sending dick pic Williams? Williams was the police chief of Peebles, sending dick pics to underage people. Fired from the police, tried and convicted, registered sex offender and restricted. He's an Adams County sheriff, and that amount to a pedophile thief that really can't count. You pedophile, you no good rapper, stealing my money, calling me a kidnapper. You better kill that noise and stop holding asses of 10-year-old boys. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. I never thought one day I'd see a cop with more baby mamas than me. Baby making Brian had a baby by Carly. Cheated on her with a crackhead, thought it was gnarly. Carly jumped on my heart. Now she at my house smoking Bob Marley. Baby making Brian had a baby with Dorothy. Dorothy said Brian Newland wasn't worthy. Pain and drama, another baby mama to blab with ya, booty grab with ya, panty stab with ya, meat Tabitha. They all live together and inhabit but Brian ruined their lives. They left him. No more sister wives. Now he's a loner on the pay tip, getting pegged by Emily Hayslip. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Chambers. I'm just going on record to state that Brian Newland does sleep with underage girls, and because he's part of Adams County, he was in the sheriff's department, then became a marshal. He is definitely known for sleeping with underage girls. Stephanie Howard was one of them. I've known Brian. He's been in my family. Well, he used to be in my family. He's not in my family anymore. But yes, it is true that he 100% slept with multiple. It wasn't just one. It was multiple women that he slept with underage. And of course, he gets in no trouble for it. But I just wanted to state that it is true that he does sleep with underage women. Brian Newland has always been a bad guy. He's never been a good guy.
Let me ask you a question. Why is a pedophile police officer walking through my yard with a gun? I mean, I smoke weed, I drink beer. I sign women titties. I pay my taxes, I take care of my kids. So let me ask you a question. Why is a pedophile police thief kicking on my door? I think that might be the first time I've seen some cops not kick in the door. We just kept eating, watching TV on this. They'll go away in a minute. What a bunch of pussies, man. And not just because they the predators and the victims, and they make a mistake and they suing me for their mistake. I mean, the motherfuckers overall pussies, mentally and literally, physically. What kind of cops are them, dude? Pedophile police officer, baby making Brian newborn Newland. He searched my house. I don't kidnap people. I kidnap cheeseburgers. Whatever. He searched. I got high, man. I'm lazy. What the fuck you talking about? Whatever. He searched my house. He searched my old farmhouse. He don't find no Dungeons and Dragons. He don't find no kidnapping victims. He don't find no pyramids of marijuana. So he figures everything is in the safe. It's in the car. He thought everything was in the safe. So he started telling my baby mama he was going to rip the safe out the floor. And I was going to let him do it at first till, my mother-in-law say, don't do that, because they might try to put something in the safe and say it was yours. And I want to thank her for telling me that, because I was just going to let him rip up the floor. I was just going to let him make an ass out of themselves. But I let him make a different kind of ass out of themselves. So I gave up the combination to my baby mama. I ain't want to let my baby mama in my damn safe. I gave up the combination to the safe to my baby mama. I'm going to just let you watch and see what happens. It gets good.
Love you, Bob. He said he's not giving the code to it because that's the code to everything.
What is it?
He's not giving the code to it. That's the code to everything. He said you can break in it and y'all look like ass when you do it. So, because every time that we get broken into, thousands. No, you're not listening.
How much is it?
Thousands. You all don't do shit.
I have never once heard of a report
Yes,
of it.
yes. We've got reports down there. Nothing's ever been done.
Nothing's
but
ever been
now,
told to me.
get a phone call to no, you can break into it and you're fine.
Okay.
What do you want to do as far as she's wanting to go in with us?
He asked
Crime
me,
scene, you're going to have to go onto the other side of the fence.
it's a crime scene, really?
It's technically considered a crime scene, you have to be clear.
Are you serious right now? You know as well as I do. There's nothing in here.
Not in the sense of a
I'm
crime
not.
occurred.
I'm not. This is the only reason I'm aggravated. Okay. We literally got the RV broken into. Thousands of dollars stolen. came out, done everything. BCI came out, nothing. Okay?
I'll promise you
Then,
this, I have never
two
once
other
heard about
times.
this.
Two other. It's on record. You can look it up.
I'm not saying you're lying, but I'm
Two
telling you
other
that.
times we got broke into. Nothing. Nothing. And I'm like, seriously? So then,
How long ago was it?
this last time was only a few months back.
Do you remember which officers come out here?
No, I don't. I don't on this one. But, I mean, I'm telling you. And then he gets pulled over up in Chicago. $60,000 the cop took. $60,000. We was on tour for months.
Right.
They took it because why?
Yeah, man, you know, man, shucks. Criminal cops, man. Had some cops take some money from me. They robbed me. St. Charles, Missouri. They stole an apple from a tree. They probably still got to rob somebody out there. You know, they got to go commit more crimes disguised as law enforcement.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. Who you want? Yeah. Hey, she said he ain't gonna give me a combination of that safe.
She thinks she's gonna give it now. She's trying.
She says she hasn't come.
You will follow me while they're looking at that. Where's the other side?
You got to have it here.
To what?
Look at this stuff here.
There's another safe.
No.
Is that the only one?
That's the only safe. That's not key. Oh, do you? I don't know what you got. That's the only one I know about.
This is weird.
I don't know. So,
He knew something.
hey,
He knew we were coming.
This lock key box.
How the hell would he's out of state?
They went in this. Hold on. I am.
It was at this moment they knew they fucked up. Okay, you know, you wrong ass motherfuckers. You done vandalized my property, disconnected my cameras. Whatever the fuck you talking about ain't here. You all up in my damn safe. My baby mama know the combination. It ain't nothing in the damn safe. Rather than to get their demeanor and their tone adjusted and get ready to apologize for doing all this bullshit to me, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers get unapologetic and, you know, want to sue me. The predators and the victims. Watch out for the Adams County Sheriff. They're going to rob your house and then sue you. At the beginning of this next clip, I love how he kind of says, hey, we're going to need as many cameras in this room as possible, you know, because they finna bust this big kidnapping, drug dealing addict.
How many cameras is possible now?
Here, there's your door. Here's a look at. I got you, boo. Hold on. I'm looking for the safe.
What's the air on in here?
Okay, I can look at the safe. Hold on. Here you go. Did you get it open? See all the keys?
Yeah. Like, and all these jars will be empty.
They've got some there.
He said that's it. Besides one, I mean, you can keep it open when they need
16 count. That's all utilities there.
This is keeping track.
boyfriend.
$256,000 last year.
Well, you know what? She said he's been looking into because there are times maybe he's stashing stuff out away from the house.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be on tour for 2 months.
Yeah.
He asked Brian what he wants to do with that. It needs to be sealed if we're keeping it or not.
Okay. That cash on the table, are you sealing it up or?
Probably, yeah.
All right.
Officer Pee Wee Herman asked Brian what he gonna do with the money. Even run the stop sign, wreck it, Randy. We're not required to do that, Walters. He even told pedophile police officer baby making Brian newborn Newland to seal the bags. But how can he steal the money if the bags is sealed? So it's important that he leaves that open.
Who was monitoring the evidence and getting it packaged?
So, once something was found, it was to be photographed in place and wrote down, and then toward the end I would come by and package everything up and collect it off where we left.
So you packaged it up?
Yes.
Okay, it has been established that pedophile police officer baby making Brian newborn Newland is the one responsible for the money. He's the one running this whole investigation.
She drives herself back to the police station here.
Mm-hmm.
What happens next?
I put her into the interview room and conduct the interview with her.
The recording?
Yes. Well, I thought it was recording. So the recording equipment that is set up at the sheriff's office at that time was kind of old and obsolete. There was a specific system that was outside that had wires ran through into the interview room that can you ask your client to please stop antagonizing me?
No, I'm just listening to him. Sorry.
So there's a microphone on the table, and if that microphone is touched at all, sometimes it'll completely disconnect the sound. So there's a sign on the table that says do not touch the microphone. So at some point in time it must have got messed up prior to us going in there. So we conducted the interview. I come out, she's still in there, and before we release her, I start working on the search warrant. And my practice was I would start on the search warrant, and then I would go and listen to the interview, so I made sure all my information was updated and accurate as I worked through the search warrant. Well, I got to a point where I had to do that, and then I realized that there was video recording, but there was no audio. So there was a 45-minute interview that had no audio.
Brian turned the mic off in the interrogation room and asked me to suck his dick. Brian Newland, through the grapevine, he's bisexual. Matter of fact, one of my best friends, he said he's fucked him in the ass all the time. Brian Newland had me suck his dick in the interrogation room. Then he told me about all the young girls that he had sex with in Adams County.
At the beginning of this next clip, I love how he kind of says, hey, we're going to need as many cameras in this room as possible, you know, because they finna bust this big kidnapping, drug dealing addict.
As many cameras as possible.
Here, there's your door. You can look at. I got you, boo. Hold on, I'm looking for the safe.
What's the air on in here?
Hey, I can look at the safe. Hold on. Here you go.
Hmm? Yeah. Like, and all these jars will be empty.
So pedophile police officer baby making Brian newborn Newland done ran all through my house. They done tore my baseboards up, tore up everything, looked all in my safe. They not apologetic. They don't want to help me put the doors back on the hinges. They don't want to pay for nothing. And they want to sue me. But it was at that point when they fucked up.
Underage women. Brian Newland has always been a bad guy. He's never been a good guy.
Everybody's talking about you because they think I'm a pedophile, because they think I'm a thief, because of your client's disgraceful videos.
Had nothing to do with your brother.
No. And I don't understand why you, like, have some ethics.
We'll be off record, please. Brian, please don't.
Well, don't sit there and insult me, and don't play me like I'm stupid, because I'm not. I'm far from it. Everybody in this room knows what the posts were about. That's why these people here that would run out there, if your client was having a heart attack or his kids were dying, would still run out there.
Would you like a moment from me?
Newland was the police chief of the People's Police Department. Court documents say that Newland sent the graphic pictures back in December. Investigators are releasing few other details at this point. The city says Newland is no longer employed by the department. He is due to face the judge coming up on Monday.